Welcome Dan Ray, Director of Data at NHS Digital.
Thank you.
For the people who perhaps don't know what NHS Digital is, tell us what it is and what it does.
Sure, of course. NHS Digital is a national arm's length body. We have responsibility for receiving, securely holding, processing, analysing and giving access to the nation's health data. We do a number of other things as well, provide vital infrastructure, develop various digital products. We provide vital services such as the NHS network, and we are principally the digital organisation for health and care in England.
Now, you've been presenting today on is AI a game changer in healthcare? So is it a game changer?
So my short answer is definitely yes, okay? But I think there are a number of challenges that we've got to overcome in order for the NHS to be able to realise the benefits of AI. There are many, many challenges that we have to overcome. It's a really exciting time, it's a massive opportunity. I'm really passionate about using it, and indeed we already have. But some of the challenges that we have to overcome are making sure that we get the regulation right, make sure that we understand commercial IP, make sure we understand what's safe and what AI is doing for us, whether it's directly treating a patient or whether it's supporting somebody treating a patient, for example.
What about public perception? Because AI has this perception amongst the public of being mad robots. How do you think AI goes down in healthcare?
So I think that the public perception is it's very tricky to communicate across to a patient because it's a complex area. What AI, as you say, is actually doing and how AI is using the patient's data as well, which is really important. So being very open and transparent and trying to understand and communicate some of the complexities to patients is really, really important. But for a future affordable health system and to enable our clinicians and doctors to do and treat the more complex areas of healthcare, we need to bring in and realise some of the benefits that AI's got to offer.
And where do you see the future trends of AI in healthcare?
I think that we will start off small, and I think we're taking small steps. AI is being used in quite specialist focused disease areas at the moment, and it's in its experimental stages. And I think from there its use will grow. But what we need to be really careful of is that we don't have any unintended consequences, around the use of AI. And we must make sure that we get the regulation right first. So a drug that you'll buy today, a paracetamol today, is the same set of molecules, within reason, that you'll buy tomorrow. But with machine learning, it's given an objective, and the very nature of it is it changes, over time with the more data that it gets. So I think that we'll see early specialist disease uses. It will then start to broaden out and start to go into more complex areas, and its whole use will be lifted up. And I think how long that's going to take, I think it all depends upon how long it takes to sort out and get right that regulation that we need to.
That's very interesting, but it's going to take a lot of people to get it right, isn't it? I mean, how useful, for instance, are conferences like this in bringing together the breadth of people that you need in order to make AI a success?
So I think that conferences are really important. I think that they bring the right people together from all areas, clinicians, researchers, technologists who are actually developing the solutions. I think that we see value in good, strong talks where we're able to network and communicate, and also we're able to get out on the table some of the thorny issues and start to tackle some of the thorny issues that will enable us to use AI in the future.
You talk about tackling issues. What's number one on your to-do list?
Ooh, number one. I think I'm afraid I don't have I probably have a three, but not maybe a number one. I think that the first and foremost, and I keep harping on about it, is understanding what the regulatory frameworks are around the use of AI. Okay. I think the second one is making sure that we're transparent and have good governance in place around the use of the data. So it's got to be the second one. Yeah. And then the third one is we're focused on getting the right skills and technology. We can't, develop or do any of this unless we've got the right people with the right skills and the right kit to enable us to develop these.
That's such an interesting range of issues to be tackling, and all challenging in themselves. But thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you.